Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to part 4. Sorry. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to part 4. SCRT Telangana Class 9 English. Unit 1 Reading A, The Snake and the Mirror Part 4. So in the previous videos we came across the experience of the homeopath with the snake. We had seen he was having some thoughts about the marriage as well as making himself handsome. So at that time, he had the experience of the snake coiling on his left arm. So there what happened was that it was very close to his face and there was no chance for him to escape from there. So he was very much worried and absolutely tense that he sat there just like a stone image. Now, even though he was a doctor, he did not know what medicine to take because he did not have any medicines at home. He never thought of bringing any medicines. Now, he considers himself to be a foolish, stupid, poor doctor. And now let's see the continuation of the lesson in part 4. It seemed as if God appreciated that. The snake turned its head, it looked into the mirror and saw its reflection. So what happened? The snake hood was first towards his face, but now it turned towards the mirror. And there it saw its own reflection. I do not claim that it was the first snake that had ever looked into a mirror. So he does not say that it is the first snake, okay, that ever looked into a mirror. But however, he was sure the snake was looking into the mirror. 100% damn sure he was that the snake was looking into the mirror. Was it admiring its own beauty? So now he has a doubt whether the snake is admiring its own beauty. Because when he looked into the mirror, he had a lot of such thoughts. So now he thinks the snake also might be having the same thought. It might be admiring its own beauty. Was it trying to make an important decision about growing a mustache or using eyeshadow and mascara or wearing a vermilion spot on his forehead? So, maybe like women or men, the snake also might be having such thoughts in its mind, seeing its reflection in the mirror, whether to grow thin mustache or whether to use mascara or eyeshadow or vermilion spot on the head and so on. It also might be enjoying its beauty. It also might be admiring its own beauty in the mirror. So that was the thought of the doctor when he saw the snake looking into the mirror. So here a few word meanings are there. It is better to just go through it so that you get better understanding about the lesson. I didn't know anything for certain. What sex was the snake? Was it male or female? I will never know, for the snake unwound itself from my arm and slowly slithered into my lap. So now what happened? We can just imagine how happy the doctor might be. Because until now the snake was on his left arm, but now slowly it uncoiled itself from his left arm and slowly slithered into his lap. So from his left arm, it came onto his lap. From there, it crept onto the table and moved towards the mirror. How relief it would be. Okay, how happy he might have become because from his left arm he saw death very close to him. Death lurked 4 inches away. Now, what happened? Seeing the reflection of the snake in the mirror, the snake itself unwound and slithered in his lap and crept onto the table and went close to the mirror. Perhaps it wanted to enjoy its reflection closer colors. That we do. When we look into the mirror, if we are not able to see, we just go close to that to see at closer quarters. So the snake also might have done the same thing. Being on his left arm, it was seeing its reflection very far, so wanted to see it very close, so might have gone there close to it. I was no mere image cut in granite, I was suddenly a man of flesh and blood. So what happened? Until then he sat there just like a stone image. But now he became a man of flesh and blood. What did he do? Still holding my breath, I got up from the chair. Holding his breath, he slowly got up from the chair without making any noise. I quietly went out through the door into the veranda. So, from the chair he got up through the veranda, he just went out and he left into the yard and ran for all I was worth. So, what did he do? He just left into the yard and ran. He just ran away from there. So, you can just imagine what the condition of the person. Until then, he was very much affected by the snake. He was unable to move, he was unable to breathe, he was just like a stone seated there. But now he is freed from the snake, so quietly holding his breath, he just ran out of the room. He did not remain there further. He did not want to see what the snake was doing. Phew, each of us heaved a sigh of relief. So all of them were very happy because they were all worried what might have happened to him, how he was saved. They wanted to know. So the moment when they came to know that he was relieved of the snake, he felt very happy. They felt very happy. All of slit beanies. Somebody asked, Doctor, is your wife very fat? So there somebody asked him, Doctor, is your wife very fat? Because he wanted to marry a woman doctor who was very fat. But now someone is asking, is your wife very fat? No, the doctor said, God willed otherwise. My life companion is a thin, greedy person with the gift of a sprinter. So, what kind of woman did he marry? A very thin woman, a thin, greedy person with the gift of a sprinter. Sprinter means one who is able to run fast. Now, he wanted to marry a fat woman so that she wouldn't be able to run behind him. Now, here what happened? He married a person who is very thin, also very good at running. Then somebody else asked, Doctor, when you ran, did the snake follow you? So, person wanted to find out whether the snake followed the doctor or not. Because what happened was that when the snake uncoiled itself and went onto the table, he just quietly got up from there and ran. So, whether the snake came for him, we do not know. Does the snake follow a person? We do not know. So, someone wanted to find out whether the snake followed the doctor or not. So, someone asked, when you ran, did the snake follow you? The doctor replied, I ran and ran till I reached a friend's house. So, the doctor did not look back. He did not turn back. He ran and ran until he reached a friend's house. Until he reached his friend's house, he ran and ran. Immediately I smeared oil all over myself and took a bath. So the snake has coiled around his left arm. So there may be some irritation, poison and all. So he wanted to just have a good bath. So he applied oil all over his body and had a good bath. I changed into fresh clothes. I changed into fresh clothes. The next morning at about 8:30, I took my friend and one or two others to my room to move my things from there. So he wanted to take all his belongings from there because it was not safe for him to remain, right? So he wanted to just shift from there. So what did he do? He just tried to go away from there. But when they reached, but when they reached, they found they had little to carry. When they reached there, they could not find anything. They had nothing to carry from there. Some thief had removed most of my things. When he went there, he could not find anything because some thief had come there and he removed all that was there. The room had been cleaned out. So there was nothing in that room. The room had been cleaned out. There was nothing. And he says, but not really. The thief had left behind one thing as a final result himself. So the room had been cleaned out, but something was left out. That also he left as an insult. He did not take it, and that was a great insult for the doctor. Now let's see what was that. So, what was that? I asked. The doctor said, my vest, the dirty one. So, do you remember the not so white vest? Yeah, the thief did not take that. The thief did not take that. You can just observe here the color of the vest. Okay, my vest, the dirty one. The fellow had such a sense of cleanliness. So what happened? The thief did not take that. The rascal could have taken it and used it after washing it with soap and water. So the dog says, "Oh, that idiot, that rascal, he should have taken it. He could have washed it with soap and water. He could use it." But even night, when there was no light and all, even then the what's called thief could identify the vest was not useful. Such a dirty vest it was. So the reason he left it. Did you see the snake the next day, doctor? The doctor laughed. So somebody asked again, did you see the snake the next day? The doctor laughed. I've never seen it since. So after that, I never saw it. Okay? I never seen it. It was a snake which was taken with its own beauty. It was a snake with which was taken with its own beauty. Why? Why does he say so? Because when it observed into the mirror only, it relieved him. It unwound itself and went close to the mirror. Or else it was on his left arm, slowly crushing his arm. It was close to his face, the hood was close to his face. The plug 4 inches away. He could have been killed. But the moment the snake saw the mirror, slowly it unwound itself, slithered onto his lap, climbed onto the table, went close to the mirror, and it was just seeing its reflection there. So that's how the doctor was saved from that snake. So this is the experience of the doctor which he shared with his friends. So that is the lesson, the snake and the mirror. This lesson is written by Vaikam Muhammad Bashir, a person from Kerala who is a prolific writer and very much known to his down to earth way of writing, simple way of writing. Okay, that's all. Thank you.